Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Luke, and you're watching Luke the Gathering. Thanks for checking out the channel and hanging out with me right now. I really appreciate it. Today we had Friday Night Magic, and it was a ton of fun because we had the new set, Murders at Karlov Manor, or Mansion? What is it? Karlov Manor. And yeah, like almost 50 people were at the pre-release. I think they sold out. I think 48 or something was the max they could do, and that's just how much they had. It was amazing. So many people there. It was a lot of fun, and I had an amazing, amazing deck. I just had I think bomb after bomb. I haven't really watched a lot of the limited reviews. I usually love watching the limited reviews. But I sort of kind of got on a Pokemon kick this week for whatever reason. And even before the tournament today, I was playing Pokemon. And so it was weird. But kind of took me off the game a little bit. And haven't been watching every limited resources, limited level ups, those types of shows. I just haven't been watching them as much. And so wasn't sure, how I would do. But thankfully, the cards in the seal deck just dictated what I was going to do because I just had amazing pulls. I went 2-1, but honestly, I should have been 3-0. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this last game that I had to play. And it was the third match that I had. And we were 1-1 at that point, and I had a bomb card that actually was going to just win the game right there. But I did a move. I went to combat, and I shouldn't have. I should have just. I could have gone to combat, but I shouldn't have attacked with the creature that I had, and. I took it back, but the person said, "Hey, you attacked." And me being me, I'm not gonna argue about it. I'm just, fine. Fine. That's it. But because of that, I lost. It was all hinged on that one move, and I'll tell you more about it when we see the cards in the deck. But this card basically is able to get rid of all the significant threats my opponent has. And then just basically hand tie the opponent. And I would have just won. But because they didn't let me take back anything, and that's fine. I guess they're being very stingy about it, which is, I'm not complaining about that. I think it's fine to be stingy about things. However, it's funny because throughout the game, you go, did I make that land drop? This is on my turn, and I would say, well, I don't think you did, and then just play the land, whatever. So it's just funny where I would maybe give some concessions because this is very casual. It's not like everyone actually got the same kind of prize support too. So we all got 2 packs at the end, no matter what, except for the grand champion, I guess, which we could have been, but it wasn't either of us. And so it was just that person at that point of the game just thought, hey, I want to enforce this rule, and that's fine. I gave it to them, and I think I still made a game out of it, but it did set me severely back, and I can't wait to talk about the card, because the card I had was definitely a bomb. It was just crazy good. And I actually opened up some really nice stuff in the pack, so I'm going to share that with you right now. Let's turn the camera over and see what we got in the seal deck. All right. Well, before we get into the actual deck, I want to share with you my sideboard. I think I got some pretty nice cards on the sideboard. First of all, we got Assassin's Trophy, which is hugely popular in Commander, and it's great to pull it. I actually sideboarded this in at the very end, but I took it back out because that wasn't truly representative of the deck. Undercity Sewers, which is the land. These are cool. These are surveil lands where they enter tapped, but when they come in, you get a surveil, which is very useful in this particular context. Undergrowth Recon, which is a mythic rare. I don't think great for limited, but at the beginning of each of your upkeep, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So, well, I guess there might be some lands that this might be useful for, but I don't know if I'd put this in a deck per se. Maybe really great for Commander. We have Forensic Gadgeteer. This thing, whenever you cast an artifact spell, you investigate. So you get a clue token just for, every time you get an artifact spell cast. And then the activated ability is artifacts you control cost one less to activate. Can't reduce it to less than one, but like you can crack your clues or whatever easier. So that was cool. I think every single pre-release kit comes with something like this Atomic Wielder of Law. So this was not something we could actually use, but just to give you an idea of some of the other cards that were in my sealed pool, I got Ghost Quarter, which was a list card. I wasn't in blue, so I didn't really have much there going on. I don't know. There's just stuff. These are tokens. Yeah, so I think I'm done just sharing the sideboard. There's nothing really crazy in there. Let's go to the actual deck itself. So first off, we got our 1-mana knife. I actually really like this. I love things that give first strike. I think first strike is so great. It's just an amazing combat ability, first strike. So this gives something +1/+0. Makes the opponent not really want to fight you at all. Equip cost of 2, I think, is a little high, but you can also sacrifice this to draw a card because it is a clue equipment. Inside Source was great because I had a card that really took advantage of this being a 2-for-1. Because when this ETBs, you also get a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. And then you can also make that detective, or any detective, +2/+0 with vigilance. Cool card. 2 of those. I thought these were really good. Goblin Mask Maker. This makes your face down cards a little bit easier to cast instead of 3. They're 2. Of course, this has to attack. So this is okay. Not great late game, but decent as your first play. Oh, by the way, I was in green, red, and white, which I believe is Naya, but I just called it Cabaretti because of Streets of New Capenna. So Rift Burst Hellion, 6/7 common, reach, but has disguise for 4 and hybrid red-green, 2 of those. That actually came in very, very handy, very useful. 6/7 is a big boy. Dogwalker. I heard this was a great card, and when I played it, it was a great card. It's vigilance. You can disguise it for hybrid red, white. And then when you turn it face up, you get 2 tap white dog creature tokens. So this actually has, 3 things coming that can potentially enter the battlefield. Cool. Tunnel Tipster. This is cool. It's a mana dork. And then it actually gets +1/+1 counters when you have like described what'd you call it? Face down creatures coming in. So disguised creatures. This is really cool. This thing actually grew pretty large for me, and my opponent had one too. Nervous Gardener. This is nice. When it comes up, you can get a land card, basic land. So it's really cool. Helps fix your colors. Vengeful Tracker. This is really good against a deck that has a lot of cards that flip up after disguise because it deals 2 damage when they do that. Or no, that's not this one. This is the one where, this is good against clues. Sorry. So when an opponent sacrifices an artifact, deals 2 damage to them. Kind of a nice little passive effect there. Topiary Panther. This is cool. Trample, but it can also basic land cycle. So you get rid of it to get a basic land for 2. Crowd Control Warden. This was an amazing card for me. When this thing gets faced up, you get to put X +1/+1 counters where X is the number of creatures you control. So this can be like a 5/5, 6/6, 7/7. 2 of them. I thought these were really good. This was a really good card. Fuss and Bother. Fuss is put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature you control. It's pretty good. But Bother, you get 3 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens, and you get a Surveil too. That's a lot of stuff for Bother. It's a good late game card. Here's my removal. We have Torch the Witness. Great card. if you deal excess damage, you actually get to investigate. The Chase is on, I really liked. This helped me win a number of combats, +3 and first strike, and you get to investigate. Very cool card. Lightning Helix goes without saying. Goes without saying. Makeshift Binding, this is a nice exiler, plus it gives you gain 2 life. Buried in the Garden is just incredible. This gets rid of anything. Any target non-land permanent. So like enchantments, artifacts, creatures, of course. This thing can do it. Case of the Crimson Pulse. I did have a couple of cases in. This was my promo. As you can see, there's the shiny part on the bottom left. You can discard a card and draw 2 cards. That's kind of neat. And then you can just keep getting 2 cards into your hand if you don't have any cards when you solve it. So, pretty cool. Another one, Case of the Burning Masks. When this ETBs, deals 3 damage to a target creature. Just nice little, removal there. And then when you solve it, when you have sources deal, 3 damage to it, becomes solved. And then when you can choose to sacrifice it then, or whenever, and you can choose one of the top 3 cards to play this turn when you do that. Here are my rares. They were great. First of all, Pyrotechnic Performer. This guy's awesome. For just 2 or 3 to disguise, but when it turns face up, or another creature you control is turned face up, that creature's dealt damage equal to its power to each opponent. So wow, this thing just, when things are turned up, this thing just beats people down. It's crazy good. Oh my gosh, Tolsimir, Midnight's Light. Lifelink 3/2, but when it comes in, it gives you a 5/5 with trample, with upside. Whenever the wolf attacks, and if Tolsimir attacks, then you can tell who has to block the wolf. That is pretty sick. This card was insane. And this is the card that actually lost me the game because I was kind of dumb. Flying Lifelink Ward 2 with Disguise. When it turns face up, you can actually exile creatures that they have, and I exiled 2 of the creatures, and then the one that I left had Reach with 2 power, and this has 2 toughness. So when this went into fly, he blocked it with the Reach creature, and this died and got back his really powerful 5/5 and 4/4. And I had nothing because this thing died. I gained 4 life, but that didn't matter. So, but this would have just, I think, won me the game. Because I had effectively gotten rid of his 2 big bomb rares that he had, and then left him with this like little 1/4 Reach guy that had a counter on it, and then it was a 2/4, 2/5 Reach, and I just killed him. And I was like, what? That's not a play anybody would make, but if you're gonna take advantage of mistakes, then you can. And War Leader's Call is another just insane card. All the creatures get +1/+1. And whenever a creature enters the battlefield, or like those ones that give you 2 fronts, you give a damage to each opponent. This card is just so good. And so I had a lot of bombs in my sealed pool. I thought it was really good. I don't usually get great cards in sealed, and I was really sort of pleasantly surprised. All right, we got a couple packs of Murders at Karlov Manor just for prize support. These are really cool. These are play boosters. First time having a play booster. It's Yoda. Okay, Yoda. Nice. Planes. Our foil is the Flourishing Bloomkin. Gets +1/+1 for each forest you control. You can disguise it. It's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, and here is the rare already. Case of the Ransacked Lab. Instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. Okay, I guess. You gotta cast 4 instant or sorcery spells in a turn. That's not gonna happen. You get to draw a card when you play an instant or sorcery. That's pretty hard to make happen, honestly. And I think the rest, we had a lot of uncommons there. And then commons. Murder. Yeah, Murder's back. Okay, so that's it. Nothing really great there. Okay, second pack. Let's see if we can grab anything. We have Voya Fenstal. This is the 5/5 trample. I wish I had this during gameplay today. Got a full art swamp, which is looking pretty good actually. And then we got Case of the Ransacked Lab. Didn't I just get that? Yes, I did. But I also got this mythic Vein Ripper. I had to face against this guy. This guy's amazing too. Flying ward, sacrifice a creature. Whenever creature dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Whenever a creature dies, any creature. This is a nutty card. I had to play against this. Actually, thankfully I won against it. Thank you very much. And then here's just the rest of the cards. Makeshift binding. Cool card. Yeah. But there you have it. A lot of fun today. And can't wait to play this set more and more. And I can't wait till it comes to Arena. I feel like that's not going to be here for a while. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.